Hey everyone, long time no talk. Figured we'd try spinning this thing up again. Do a couple Pokemon Challenge Run videos here and there, have some fun. For our inaugural run, I figured there'd be no better start than attempting the Youngster Joey solo challenge, which, for those of you not in the know, is completing the entire game with a solo Rattata. The rules of this challenge, and for all solo challenges going forward, are as follows. No items in battle, and Rattata is the only Pokemon I can use in actual battles. Obviously I can catch others, but Thor here is going to be our main combatant. Our first challenge is getting Thor up to level 14 to fight Brock. The reason we do this is because that's when he learns Hyper Fang, which will allow us to have a bit of an easier time with Brock due to its 1 in 10 flinch chance, or able to make it there with a little bit of grinding, so now it's Brock o'clock. I go ahead and set up some Tail Whips here to lower Geodude's defense, but by the time we make it to Onyx, our HP is too low. I try to abuse some of his bides here, but it is enough and he knocks us out. The second go, I try the same strategy on Geodude, but he goes for Screech first, which lets me set up even more Tail Whips. He gets a crit on the tackle, which takes me pretty low, but we're able to pull out the win with the crit Hyper Fang. We make it through Route 3 and most of Mount Moon with basically no problem until the first Rocket, whose Raticate puts me down with a Hyper Fang of his own. We rematch him, win, and then it's on to Cerulean. Instead of fighting Misty first, mostly because I'm terrified of her Starmie, we fight the rival, sweeping him with Hyper Fang as well as the Nugget Bridge Crown. We make it to Bill, get the SS ticket, and then head south towards Vermilion. I'm doing this for two reasons. First, because we'll be able to get the TM for Body Slam, and second, because I'm way less scared of the third rival fight than I am of Starmie. We make it out unscathed, with Rival 3 included, and then head back to finally fight Misty. We beat the two gym trainers with no problem, but Misty Starmie takes us out with a water gun. I feel good about the ranges on this, so I go right in again for round 2. This time we get Parahacks off the first Body Slam, which gives us the win. Back to Vermilion to take on Lieutenant Surge. On the way there, I catch this Oddish to serve as Cutman 2, because I totally forgot that Gen 1 is the only generation where Diglett can't learn Cut. We hit Surge's gym, solve the trash can puzzle, and beat him no problem with our little digging rat. 3 down, 5 to go. From there, we head to Rock Tunnel, where we're taken out a few times by the hiker with the exploding Geodudes, but eventually we're able to outspeed and they detonate with nobody to hit. From here, we head to Celadon, grab Fly, pick up the TM for Double Team at the Celadon Mall, and then go to fight Erica. Our first run with Erica doesn't go great. Victory gets an early sleep powder on us and takes us down with a crit Razor Leaf. Just like Misty, I feel good about the ranges on this, so we run it again, this time making use of Double Team, which allows us to secure the win. From here, we steamroll through the Rocket Hideout, take Giovanni's Sylph Scope, and then head right back to Lavender Town to finish Pokemon Tower. Now, in the fight with rival 4-Volt, we can see an issue emerging. All of our moves have relatively low PP, which doesn't make for particularly good long battle sessions, especially with Rattata's bad stats. We'll find a solution for that later on. We wrap up Pokemon Tower, get the Pokeflute, and then back to Celadon and pick up an Eevee who we name Wawa. I also realize I never got the bike voucher back in Vermilion, so we fly back there and take care of that before heading down south to Fuchsia City. On Cycling Road, we have a frightening run with this cue ball and his Machop, but aside from that, we make it to Fuchsia no problem. I pop into Koga's gym just to see where we're at, and we get absolutely destroyed by this Hypno, so I decided to take a little bit of a detour, fly back to Celadon, get the fresh water, and then despite my best judgment, go back to Fuchsia and give Koga another run. This time, we're able to stop through his entire gym with a combo of Body Slams and Digs. After Koga, we run through the Safari Zone to get the TM for Surf, and then, mostly because I'm afraid of Sabrina's Alakazam, go to Cinnabar Island first. We do the Pokemon Mansion no problem. Blaine absolutely destroys us first go with a critical hit Fire Blast, but on a second run, the numbers shake out a little bit more in our favor, and the Volcano badge is ours. From here, we finally go to Saffron City, beat rival 5-Volt at Silphco, dig and Body Slam Giovanni right off the top floor, get the Master Ball, and then finally fight Sabrina, who I was right to be afraid of, as her Alakazam and Venomoth put us down with very little trouble the first run, but we reset and are able to beat her with the help of some lucky crits. After Sabrina, we take a direct flight to Viridian City and move on to Giovanni's gym. Body Slam continues to be the name of the game here as we make short work of his gym trainers. I also went ahead and taught Thor Bubble Beam as I figured we could use the additional type coverage. We make quick work of Giovanni and his bad team, and then it's off to the Elite Four. The rival fight right before Victory Road sends us packing with the Alakazam Blastoise combo, but we reset and try again, this time setting up some early on cheese double teams to even the playing field. Butts goes down and we head towards Victory Road. I catch Moltres for good measure and we waltz right into the Elite Four at level 63. First up is Lorelei, who ever since I was a kid I've thought was the hardest member. We lose to her 6 times, but eventually we move on to Bruno. Easy dub here, it's Bruno. But then we get to Agatha, and here's where the issue I brought up earlier back in Pokemon Tower comes back. The main problem with Rattata's move pool at this point is that he just runs out of PP too quickly to beat the Elite Four. So we have two options. Either level up to the point where every move is either a 1 or 2 hit KO, or stock up on items. I opt for the latter. I still want a bit of a challenge within the actual battles themselves, so I take advantage of Red and Blue version's item duplication glitch, grab an elixir from Pokemon Tower, and then head back to the Elite Four, ready for more. Lorelei goes down with a hearty combo of Thunderbolts and Body Slams. We dig through Bruno's team, throwing in a couple more Body Slams for good measure. Dig remains the name of the game for Agatha, and then comes Lance. This is the most difficult trainer in the game for Rattata. I lost to Lance 7 times. His Aerodactyl is just too fast. And then I remembered something that had been sitting in my inventory for the last hour or so. The TM for Blizzard. I go ahead and teach Thor Blizzard, and after a few misses from Gyarados, we're able to set up double team and move through the rest of his team. Lance goes down, and then I forget to heal, and I'm auto-walked right to the champion. We fight valiantly, but we do need to reset. I lose to Lance 3 more times, and then it's champion time for real. Who we're actually pretty well equipped for. Pidgeot misses 2 sky attacks, and we're able to set up enough double teams and sweep through the rest of his team pretty uninterrupted. Good job, Rattata. We finished the challenge at level 68, which is definitely higher than some runs I've seen, but also a whole lot lower than most of them as well. After all, we didn't really need to do that much grinding, except for the initial stint against Brock. We finished the game at just under 12 in-game hours and with 29 resets. I really did enjoy making this and would love to put out more, so if you enjoyed, definitely follow me on here for more, and feel free to